Good evening, people. Just a quick Christmas message from me. Hope you've all had a great Christmas. I've been down with a massive tooth infection for about 4 days, so I feel like, I don't feel too great. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to rise above. Christmas is a wonderful time for me and my family, my kids, and all of that stuff. And my mum did pass away a day before my birthday, which is the 15th of December. So Christmas time is an emotional time for me as well. But I just thought I'd do this quick video because what we're lacking in the world today, and you will have to excuse me because I'm full of infection, but what we lack in the world today is the qualities of Christ himself. Whether you believe in Christ or not, whether you believe he's just an energy, whether you believe he's a real person, none of that matters. Doesn't matter. All that matters is that we live from his teachings and we embody him or that energy in our life, and we treat other people properly. We don't lie to them. We don't deceive them. We don't say things that we can do that we can't do. We don't make promises that we can't keep. And we certainly don't treat each other like, projecting our crap onto other people, because it's not theirs to take. It's ours to transcend and transmute and work with and learn from. And it's always something that I do now, which I never did before, but my mentor helped me with it. And she always used to say, go inside of yourself, sit quietly and ask questions. And I was like, what? What do you mean? I didn't have a clue. I came from a marketing background. And that's probably been the biggest transformation, because as a child born with quadriplegic cerebral palsy, I always used to do that because I always spend time alone. I'm always alone, pretty much, and I love it. It's been part of my life since the day I was born. Sadly, we live in a society where, most people, or some people, not all people, but some people, don't like disabled people. They're envious of them because they get a lot of attention. They take the mickey out of them because, they might dribble, or they might have skinny legs like me, or they might wobble and fall over like me, and they might jump and loud noises because of my neurological problems like me, and all of those things. But I was born into this world's 25-week gestation because I was here for a mission, and I wanted to get out of that womb so fast so I could deliver this message that I try to embody and live by every day. And the greatest thing I've learned from being me and being disabled the way I am is that we're not the body. We are not the name. We're not the face. We're not the, how sexy we are or not. We're not any of those things. It's not about how much money we've got, because money's fake. Everything in this demonic world, because it is a demonic world, because there's a spiritual war going on between Christ and Satan. And if people can't see that, that's okay. But it's happening. It's true, it's biblical, it's spiritual, it's written, and it's coming to pass. And the only thing I will say to anybody is recognize yourself as a spiritual being. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. And it's not the other way around. You are not a name, you're not an age, you're not where you live, you're not your income bracket, you're not your job role, you're not any identity whatsoever. An identity puts you in a box. And a box over time with repetition becomes the believed box or the believed state that you stay in. Same as when we're born into this world. We believe that because we're born into it and everyone's born into it the same, that's just normality. But it isn't. Because we're here for a greater purpose. This is why, the mainstream media tries to scare us silly every day with these stories. The politicians who are working for Satan invert things, virtually everything. They will let a rapist of a child go. Sorry, I bit my tongue there. out. They'll let a rapist of a child go, and then they'll arrest the protester for protesting at the rapist or murderer of that child. This is called two-tier policing. It's done deliberately, and it's done to antagonise and anger people. But this is the thing. When you realise you're not the body, when you realise you're not the identity, when you realise you're not the thoughts and feelings that you experience, it puts you in the most powerful position of all. To not be led by emotional reactions, to not be led by emotional responses, to not be led by emotional spillages, to not be led by thinking, to not be led by overthinking, to not be led by belief. Because all of those things are learned by repetition and unconscious programming, which is why the most powerful belief that is the only belief that is true in this human journey as a spiritual being is you are not your mind. You are your soul. You are a soul. And this is why when you're born, they take your soul print off your foot. They sever your umbilical cord and they create a trust out of you at birth. They give you a fictitious identity called your legal name, which is a trust. And that severance between the true you, not to mention all the vaccines and chemicals and poisons that are pumped into you the second that you pop out, and the trauma of severing the umbilical cord, that creates a division within us. The division is between our true self and this trauma-based self. And that trauma-based self is the one that lives on through the world day by day and gets exacerbated through repetition, through, what mum and dad say, what friends and family say, what school says, what friends say. And we're self-centering and diluting our own powerful truth that we are one with God and we are not the mind, the body, or this vessel that we're in. We're what is contained within those things. Now, spirituality, yes, the teachings are cool, but without understanding the biggest picture of them all, there are two illusions in the world. One is that you have a false, fictitious identity that you don't understand or realise. And two, the very people who created this world that you're born into, therefore, wouldn't know that it's not true. Yeah? Have also done the same. So effectively, it's severed us from ourselves. Now, when I work with a beautiful soul on here called Caroline Hardwick, and many more, John Hamilton, Stephen Stav-Hill, loads of different people, I'm just coming from memory. They all went through the same thing. They became these identities that they believed were them. They had no clue that they were not those avatars. So my message to you this year for 2026 is the world is going to get batshit crazy. I'm telling you right now, in advance, like I told you all before COVID. Well, no, I didn't tell you guys. I told my other Facebook profile with thousands of followers and thousands of likes and thousands. And I don't need all that stuff, but just to measure why Facebook suppresses me so heavily here. And why I was offered millions of dollars is because I am blessed to be a chosen one. Truly blessed to be a chosen one. And this is not about ego. This is about truth. And everything I deal in is about truth. And everything I say and do is about truth. Why? Because time on this planet is short. We have to get right with God, which means we have to get right with ourselves. And every day we're misaligned and not aligned with our true self is a day lost to experiencing true life. Because if you're living through unconscious programming and false beliefs, false thoughts, perceptions and feelings that may appear real and are valid, but they're still putting you in a box, which is very hard to break out of as we become comfortable in that box. So we must understand that we, all of us, every single one of us, is gifted, is blessed beyond measure with the most powerful, most valuable, most resourceful thing, which is that you are perfect. You were born perfect, and everything you've ever done to this point has been perfect. The thoughts you've had, the feelings you've had, perfect. Because they've all brought you to this space, to this place, to this time where you've seen this video. You are not any of those things. You are the observer of your own experience. And you are there to measure and monitor what comes up in your experience as a learning and growth tool to better yourself, to expand yourself, to position yourself in alignment with your truth. Remember who you are. Remember, because you know, deep down inside of yourself, you know. When you sit home alone with nobody else around, in a comfortable, relaxed position, in silence, that is you. Go forth and carry that energy out into the world. No judgment, no self-judgment, no self-detriment, no self-sabotage. Just be you. Because this world is set up to do two things. One, take your soul. They do that at birth. Then they give your soul to the Vatican, blah, blah, blah. So that's a real thing. Not your actual soul, because you are that soul. But we live in a paper world, a fraudulent paper world, full of lies. Everything you've ever known is a lie. So how can we possibly find truth from that? Because what's the duality of a lie? It's truth. And all you need to do is step into that God-given stillness, and all of your answers will come if you're listening with an inquiring mind. So go, relax, be still. And if you've got answers that you need, ask the question just silently to yourself and wait. Wait for the answer, and you'll feel it, or something will occur, or you'll be triggered to notice something, or you'll get the message. And this is the most powerful thing, which is why they've all trained us to look externally for validation, to look externally for happiness, to look externally for fixes in ourselves. But we can't fix ourselves because we are what is within. And we can't fix what's within on an external sense. So God bless you all today on this wonderful Christmas day. I hope you had a great day. It's been a busy one for me. I've spent a lot of the time with my little girl. Well, my daughter is now a mom, and seeing my grandson open his presents today, which was a beautiful thing for me. So all the people who've been on my path, who've crossed my path, I send you nothing but love, nothing but the best wishes, and nothing but goodwill. But the most important thing I'd like you to try, if you want to, you're not under any obligation, is to just do what I've asked in this video. Because the world's going to get very, very crazy by design, and it's going to do that to keep you separate from your true self, to keep you in states of fear, to keep you in states of panic, to keep you in states of worry, to keep you in these states of, oh, I need a vaccine, oh, I need the lockdown. No. That's all the lie and deception. The only truth is within you, and that is because you are blessed from the Creator. And the only other second truth is the Creator. Because where did this all come from? If you believe it was a big bang, then I've got some magic beans I can sell you. If you believe the COVID jab cures COVID, I've got even more magic beans to sell you. And if you believe that Russia want to attack the West, I've got a massive bag of magic beans I want to sell you. So just remember, the external world is designed for a reason to do those things, to keep you out of a vibrational harmonic state. Know your truth. Be your truth. Live your truth. Whilst not succumbing to manipulation, emotional disturbance, thinking disturbance. You have it all within you. You can overcome any obstacle, any challenge, any challenge. Heck, I thought my world had fell apart when I basically was left by my mentor after, being offered millions of dollars. But I realise now what a fantastic gift that's been, because it's took me down different pathways where I've learned even deeper truths, that even money is a lie. Everything is a lie, because externally is the lie and internally is the truth. So Merry Christmas, every single one of you. Wherever you are in the world, the rules are the same. I love you with all my heart. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll catch you very, very soon. One love.